मॉर्निंग एवरीवन और गुड इवनिंग। चलिए हम देखते हैं कि Eclipse IDE को हम लोग इंस्टॉल कैसे करेंगे फॉर जावा डेवलपमेंट। फॉर वी हैव many IDs, NetBeans, IntelliJ, but why we prefer Eclipse? Because Eclipse is free for a Java developer, for a Spring framework, for a microservices. We use Eclipse. They are free to use, but in IntelliJ, what is going on in it's a paid for a higher development process. Therefore we are using Eclipse for our Java development course, which are I think you are enterprise Java development course. Naveen sir has taken the enterprise Java development course with a Spring Boot. तो हम लोग यही देखें कैसे हम लोग Eclipse आईडी को डाउनलोड करते हैं और इसको यूज कैसे करेंगे। लेट्स गो। तो मैं अपने एज ब्राउजर में आ चुका हूँ और मैं लिखने वाला हूँ आई कैन टाइप Eclipse डाउनलोड। Here you see a first Eclipse download link. Here you click Eclipse download link. Now you see there are two things. One is Turmarin or other is Eclipse. Turmarin is another ID, but we are using Eclipse. Okay. Then we are going to download x86 byte. Then we are going to download it. Now we are going to this page. Here we can see how can we download. Here an option of download. We click on that download button. Now we are downloading. The downloading will start. If we start it, it's going on downloading. Let's see. It's 114 MB file, and you can download it in a few minutes as per your internet speed. Now Eclipse IDE is installed, downloaded in my system. It's a window. Therefore we are first install it in window, and then we are in next video we see how to install Eclipse in a Linux. Open a file. Here is Eclipse installer by proof. Now see, it take time. Okay, you can see here I downloaded a Eclipse IDE for enterprise Java course, but I am showing how to install it. Let's choose Eclipse IDE for enterprise Java and web development. When you choose it, it's want to install it, and here the installation folder. We can make all our installation folder, but we can't do we make a default. Here it's usually JDK 17 Amazon Corretto JDK. I have 3, 18, 17 and 11. Therefore we can use it from anyone JDK. I am using the JDK 17. You can also use it. And the installation folder. Now let's make a separate folder for software. Now we are making it. Go to program language. It's my folder where I learn things. I make a folder of software. software. Now select folder. You can, by default you can choose it, but I am making a separate file and install it. Now I am installing. It's take a time to install. Let's see. Now we are seeing how much time it take to install. Now they are at a moment to complete the installation. Now it will take a longer process to install. Wait for a few minutes. Installation complete. Let's launch it. Now we'll launch our Eclipse IDE. It's our latest 2022 6 is the latest version of Eclipse IDE. You can download a older version as well as you can make as a default for workspace. You can make as a default, but I can assure that you can't use as a default. You make a separate file for that. For that, we are going to program file our, let's see, programming language file. Make a separate file. Make a folder named as uh, Java project. Java project. Okay. Select folder. You can make a use this as a default and do not ask again. If you tick, then they can't again you to choose a folder, but you can't mark it. If you want to change your directory from another file, then you can't choose that tick option. Then launch it. Now we are ready to run our first Java code by the help of Eclipse IDE. Now our Eclipse IDE is ready to use. Now see, create a new Java file. For that, what I am using here, I am seeing a perspective option. Here I choose a Java. By default, it's an enterprise, but I choose a Java and I open it. I open it, create, open and excite. For that Java project, name it project 1. Here you see you can choose a lots of JDK, but we have only 3 JDK: 18, 17 and 11. There are all options are available, but if you have not a JDK proper in your system, you got a error when you run a program. But I have a 3 version: 18, 17 and 11. As per your choice, you can choose which JDK you want to use. I am using currently JDK 17, therefore I choose a 17. Don't create a module. I don't want to create a module. Finish. Now it's finished. Okay. Now it's create my first project of a Java. Now in SRC we are make our first class file. Now we are making our first class file. Here we need to specify our package name. Since we are in the project 1, therefore we need to specify. Wait, I show you what happened here. When you go to src folder and when you click on a new and when you click on a class, you can create a package on src folder, but I can create a class file here. Project 1 is one of package, means package is only a folder. Actually we are in the folder of project 1, therefore we are using a package as a project 1. Now we write our first program. So here we write tube 1. It's a tutorial 1, how to run a first java code using eclipse ide. We are selecting public static void main as a syntax, and by default they create syntax for me. Now we are finish here. Now on finishing it, it's give me syntax, and I run my first java project file. Here you see sys out. You have a control and space bar. Click on that, you get a full system.out.println. Here we can run our first uh, file, our first program, hello world. Now we are running it. Here you can see a run button. You are clicking on that and you can run it, and you see your first java program is running on your console. It's a console. Now congratulations, you build your first java program. For that we need a jdk. For jdk installation we go in a next video how to install jdk in our system. For that, if you want to create a new project, go to file and go to new section, create a new java project. On clicking java project, make a new project, project 2. Once again I told you that how to do like that. For selection of the jdk, you go on that, what's available jdk, you can choose it, java 11, java 18, java 17, or else, and go to the finish option. When you click on finish option, they create your project name. When in src folder you can create your own class, your own packages, but I am creating class in the project 2, means in folder 2 directly. We create our first file, and on clicking on the first file we got our first program, tube 1. Here we write, here we write sys out. On clicking control space bar, we automatically get our a line which gives the output instruction in your console. System.out.println gives your output on your console. Here we write my name is Siva Srivastava, then I write Siva Srivastava. Okay, sorry, Siva Srivastava. Now I got my name on console. Okay, let's get, it's a second program I make and show you how to make our project, how to make your class, how to change your perspective, how to uh, change your jdk, how in java development kit from 17 to 18 to 11. You can do lots of things by using that. Thank you for learning this thing.